Yo, what's up, everybody? Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to If My Homies Call. I am the commish,
With Lil Mish here.
and we are bringing to you the Week 4 wrap-up. Yes, we've been going for a couple of weeks. I won't blame anybody, but apparently some of us got better things to do than to do our weekly wrap-up. But I've been out of town, so part of that is on the commish himself.
Yeah, it wasn't all my fault there.
Okay. We are about to do our weekly updates. How'd you guys do last week? It looks like some of you really sucked. I know I did well. I won, and not only did I win, I had the most points in the entire league once again. And yes, I am 2-2, but I'm working on something. I'm working on a master plan. All right. Anyway, so let's go. Let's do our matchups. Lil Mitch, take it away with our first matchup here.
Our first matchup, it was the battle of the top number one, number two seed here. We had Only Fantasy Football versus Herbert and Spices. And I thought it would have been a lot closer game than this, but
Word.
my bad. I thought it would be a lot closer game than this, but Herbert and Spices, he brought his A game. He started at golf, and golf went off last week. He brought 53 points. That Chargers defense went off against the Texans offense. Even though it was a close game, they still put up 44 points. And, he also had good performances from the Cowboys receivers, Chubb, Frymouth. So he had an all-around good team. They all played well. On the other side, for Only Fantasy Football, Josh Allen, he didn't perform to the best of his abilities. Just bring in 15 points, and Diggs only 10 points. So I'm sure that's where Only Fantasy Football met his match there. But he did get 40 points from Penny and 46 points from Philadelphia's defense. But it just wasn't enough to beat the Spice.
Spice is right. All right, for our next matchup, we have Silver Fox versus I Don't Business. Yes. I Don't Business had came in with a new week and new name. Week 4, he started Chris Cousins over Russell Wilson, which might have been, it could have cost him his win, but it did not. No, it wouldn't have cost him it. He still would have won. Yes.
You mean Kirk Cousins?
Who did I say?
Chris
Cousins? Let's start over. All right, so Kirk Cousins scored 22 points. He got some points from DK Metcalf, 31. Miles Sanders put up some numbers, 25 from him. And then the Rams defense, who lost, actually got a good amount of points, 18.90. Now, Silver Fox. Come on, Silver Fox. Come on. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? We're praying for you over here, Silver Fox. Not much you could have done. You didn't have the least amount of points in the league like some other people, but you still managed to lose again. So here's us wishing you well, unless you play us.
All right, for our next matchup, we got Master Vaders versus Panty Droppers, and this one it was a blowout. Panty Dropper just wasn't prepared this week. He had about 5, maybe 6 people that put up single-digit numbers in his lineup, and yeah, he had Tyreek Hill that did have about 40 points, 36 points really. Him, Prater, and Pittsburgh defense. And Lamar Jackson are the only people that put up double digits. So, but Master Vader did a good job. You had 30 points from Eckler. Sutton had 16 points, and Tampa Bay defense with 22 points. His quarterback didn't do all too well, but he didn't need it compared to his opponent that he faced that week. Yeah, but it's always next week. So hopefully next week you have a better game plan to have a better outcome with your players.
Okay, for our next matchup, we have finally somebody got their first win. Woo, woo!
Yes,
woo,
sir.
Woo. Welcome to the win category. Should steal your meal. When, like you said, against all odds, everybody thought you were going to lose this game, including you, especially me. I thought you were going to lose this game. But you showed stride and you showed endurance. And no, not you, but your players did. I mean, Tua, you had Tua. He put up negative 80 points. You got 0 points from Kamara. And then also from your receiver, Mr. Johnson. He put up small numbers, but the rest of your guys came through big. From Mr. Mike Williams, he got 29 points. I mean, had you started Herbert with that 40 points, you probably wouldn't even have been sweating it at all. But, yeah, I mean, you put up some big numbers with him. Mr. Jacobs over there showed some love to you for the when they played against Denver. About 40 points from them, about 25 from Kelsey. Boswell got you 12. I mean, you did a good job, bro. Yeah, it looks good. Urban Bourbon, your points were a little disturbing, buddy. Derek Carr, I don't know why you got him, bro. I don't know why you got the car. The car the car should be on cement blocks. It looks like you still got a JT problem. Yeah, and you don't have to worry this week about your JT problem because JT is out this week. So maybe that'll be a little bit more refreshing for you. But we'll get into all that later.
All right, our next matchup, we got Vic's Dogs Trainers versus Gap Shooter. And, at first it looked like it was going to be a close one until I say about the afternoon games when Aaron Rodgers wanted to not put like the MVP he was for 2 years straight. He started off in the negatives, but he came through with 19 points. Chase and hasn't been doing too well for me, so if anybody has any offers, let me hear them. But my running backs, they underperformed. Andrews underperformed, and Cooper only had a point as a receiver, which is ridiculous. But it kind of hurt that I left 50 points on my bench from Hawkinson. That was very surprising. But I'm glad to know that if I would have started him, I still would have lost. So it makes things a little bit
How
better.
much did you lose by there?
That's not – numbers aren't important right now.
Oh, okay.
It's just wins and losses.
I thought fantasy football was all about numbers. Isn't it?
It's about wins and losses.
Wins and losses.
It's not about the –
All right.
Yeah, it all comes down to at the end of the season who's going to be in playoffs and who wins the championship. But good job, Gap Shooter. Gap Shooter, you managed to beat the Dogs.
Roof. I just sent you a trade for Jamar.
Let's see.
I just submitted my trade for Jamar Chase. This is live. Live. Come on.
They said he wanted Devin Duvernay for Jamar Chase.
It sounds even, right?
No.
Okay, our next and last matchup is Toxic Masculinity versus 13th Legion. Yes, 13th Legion. Yes, I put 13th Legion in his place this past weekend, boys and girls. But I'm not going to lie, 13th Legion, I was a little bit concerned on that Monday night game. Just a little bit because, Cooper Kupp scares me sometimes because, you never know what kind of game. If Matt is hitting, I could get it. It could be a little bit scary. So anyway, I cleaned up with Joe Burrow. Got about almost 60 points from him. Deebo Samuel, I don't know if you all saw him play on Monday night. Put up about 50 points.
Deebo.
I got Dallas. I put Dallas defense against Washington Commanders. I put them and I got about 40 points from them. It looked a little scary during that game, but then I don't know if they got Carson Wentz on that team, so that helped me out. Yeah, on my bench, I didn't leave a lot of points on my bench. I kind of gambled with Buffalo D versus Dallas D, which I picked up as a joke anyway. But yeah, Dallas D seemed to come through. I might run them again this weekend. Anyway, no, I'm not running them. No. Yeah, I came up winning, and it looks like I also get the biggest blowout award. Boom, boom, blow them out. Who's next? There, all right. Anyway, Herbert and Spices, we're glad to finally get you on the phone. It looks like you 4-0, bro. What's going on, man? What's up with that?
I think, it's just I'm going in every week with a chip on my shoulder. I knew I was the rookie, and I knew I'd have to prove myself. I think there's a lot of good players, and so my selections have been very, very careful and precise. So I think that's a reason for my streak.
Oh, okay. You sounds like you put a lot of thought into that answer right there, buddy.
Oh yeah. Shout out to OnlyFans because he, going into our matchup last week, we were the only undefeated teams, and he put up a good fight. But
yeah, he couldn't handle the spice for Herbert and Spices, apparently.
He couldn't handle the spice.
Awesome. So far it seems that you beat the commish. Of course, we won't go into that one. You just beat you were tied for #1 place in the league with Only Fantasy Football. Who else have you beaten? I didn't look at your record here. Who else have you beaten here? Let's see who you've taken down in your 4-win streak. Silver Fox? You say Silver Fox?
Silver Fox.
Oh no, that's an easy layup, man. Come on, who else? that's an easy layup, Silver Fox. Silver Fox has the exact opposite score that you have. While you are 4-0, he's sitting at home 0-4, wondering why he gave his $35 to the league, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that's all right. Hopefully you'll win this. No, we'll get into that later. This call is all about you. We don't want to ruin it sully it with loser talk. So.
Yeah.
So let's look at your. Okay, good job. Way to rattle the whole camera there, little Mish.
I hit my hand.
Okay, yeah. He hit his hand. Aw. Okay, so coming up to this week, it looks like you're running into Master Vaders. It looks like he has some good competition. Jalen Hurts. He has AJ Brown. And that combination right there it could be a little bit painful playing against Arizona, whose team has been pretty weak this season. He has Tampa Bay D playing against Atlanta. And he also has Mr. Sutton, who's going to be catching a lot of passes and bombs against the Indiana defense coming from Russell Wilson, who has a little bit to prove. What do you think there, Little Mish?
The Broncos offense hasn't shown nothing really, so I say, yeah. I think Herbert Spices will be 5-0 after this week.
Oh, wow.
Not just because you're on the phone, just.
All right.
Yeah, because we would tell you the truth. We definitely would.
So I switched it up a bit this week. I'm starting Mahomes over Goff. I like what I saw from Goff last week, but Mahomes is going against a weak Las Vegas defense, so I think he'll put up buku numbers. I'm starting 3 Cowboys players this week.
It sounds like you're a Cowboys fan. Is that why you're starting 3 Cowboys players?
That's a part of it. But if you watched the Dallas game last week, I like what I saw from Cooper Rush, spreading the ball around, getting 3 different receivers the ball. So
Wait a minute. I noticed you don't have Cooper Rush on your roster, though. I mean, no. Why is that?
I had the 3rd overall pick. I had to take my Texas Tech boy, Patrick Mahomes, my homie, over any quarterback, always.
Okay. All
Fair
right.
enough.
And so, last year, there was a player who had Patrick Mahomes, and he actually won the entire league. He did complain about having him through the season. He complained several times.
Yeah.
After he said he was going to go undefeated, he complained. And that person happened to get his first win last week too. I don't know if you noticed. I forget the guy's name who won the league last season, y'all. But you're gonna have to help me. What's that?
I think his last name is Brackens or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You use government name on this call. Okay. Yeah. Should steal your meal. Yes, should steal your meal. We glad you got your first win, bro. But yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. Anyway, since we have you on the phone, we would love for you to make just 3 picks here, just between the teams, the matchups on the between the matchups in the league. I don't know why I can't speak right now.
Me neither.
All right. How about this? Battle of the Bums. We got the Bum Bowl. Silver Fox versus Vic's Dog Trainer. Now, Vic's Dog Trainer also happens to be sitting right next to me on the call live.
What a coincidence.
What a coinky-dink. And he's running. He's supposed to be bumping up against. Not bumping up. That sounds ugly. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's going up against.
Pause.
Cut that out. Nah, we're leaving that in. So he's supposed to be matching up against Silver Fox. So Silver Fox has Matt Stafford versus Dallas. He has Justin Jefferson versus Chicago. Has Derrick Henry versus the Commanders. He has Mr. Hines, the running back for the Colts. Seattle defense versus New Orleans. The Little Miss, Vic's Dog Trainer, has Aaron Rodgers versus the Giants. Jamar Chase versus Baltimore. Although Jamar Chase has been a little absent, but hey, it's the 5th game in the season. He has Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams versus Kansas City D. He has James Conner. James Conner versus Philly. Picked up Pierce from Houston. He also got Miami defense playing the Jets.
This looks like a pretty close matchup, but I'm gonna have to go with Vic's Dog Trainer.
Oh,
smart choice. You know what I mean?
I'm not. I think Stafford's numbers, predicted numbers, are inflated. If you look at the last 2 weeks, he doesn't have more than 13 points. And this Seattle defense that he has is horrible. They gave up 48 to the Lions. I'm just not confident in some of his picks there. So for that reason, I'm going Vic's Dog Trainer.
All right. Only Fantasy Football versus I Don't Business. I Don't Business, you may not recognize the name because he changed it. What was it before?
Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne. So he's no longer watching anybody else win the throne. Now he's I Don't Business. It makes no sense.
At all.
It makes no sense. Oh, but anyway, if you knew him, you would understand because it's the kind of person he is. Right? I Don't Business Throne guy. Okay, anyway. So, Only Fantasy Football has Jared Allen, Stephon Diggs playing Pittsburgh, Philly defense playing Arizona. He has Kittle on his bench, but it looks like he may be starting Goddard versus Arizona. It looks like he might be starting him. I Don't Business has Russell Wilson, so he may get some early points here during the week since there's a game tomorrow. Or not, yeah. He also has DK Metcalf. Sorry, I almost said DJ Metcalf. But he has a secret weapon in Brandon Cooks. I'm not gonna lie, Brandon Cooks is a number machine, always putting up numbers. Waddle going up against the Jets.
And the Rams defense going against that trash Cowboys offense.
Whoa!
Not my fault.
This is clearly an easy decision. I'm going only fantasy. This guy's lineup looks incredible. Josh Allen is Josh Allen. And look, Russell Wilson is washed.
Oh!
He needs to change his name to Rusty Wilson.
Oh, Rusty. Oh, yeah. Man.
Rashad Penny, 48 points last week. I'd bet on him again this week to have a huge game. I'm taking only fantasy all the way.
Oh, wow. Would you claim blowout? Would you go ahead and claim it as being a blowout? Keep it quiet. It's quiet on the studio. We want to hear you say it. Is it going to be a blowout?
It's going to be a blowout.
Oh, yes. All right. Blowout alert. by Herbert and Spices, and he knows his fantasy football because he is 4-0. Everybody, so yes. All right. So last game we're gonna have you call. All right. Our dear friend and host of the show, Toxic Masculinity, versus the ex-champion of the league, Mr. Shastil Yamil. He has Herbert, Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey will probably put up some big numbers. Funny. He has Tua. He has Allen Robinson. He has Melvin Gordon. For yours truly, I have Joe Burrow playing against Baltimore. I have Deebo Samuel going against Carolina. I got Joe Robinson. Goodness gracious, that's my father-in-law. Whoops. Whoops, I hit a chord. James Robinson, not my father-in-law. James Robinson playing against Houston, the Texans. I also have the best kicker in the world, Mr. Justin Tucker, and I have Buffalo D playing Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna ring the bell here and say this is going to be an upset win. Still your meal. He's got. I don't know. Something in my gut tells me this is an upset week. I'm going Shastilio Mill.
Well, that makes me very sad. But I do hope that you're incorrect in your judgment. But nonetheless,
he picked Vic's Dogs Trainers, and he picked Only Fantasy Football and Shastilio Mill for his 3 picks.
All right.
This week.
All right. So, audience, watchers, watch out for those picks. We'll see if he's correct. If he picks players for his team as great as he picks winners of their teams, then it's going how he says it's going. So, yep, that is what it is. All right, so before we send you off, buddy, do you have anything you want to tell the competition?
Yeah. Just, bring your best. You're gonna need it if you're playing me.
All right.
Those some confident words.
Yeah, very confident words. I wish he would have said that with a little more bass in his voice, but that's okay. The message is still there nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. Herbert and Spices, we appreciate you on the show, sir. We will see you out there on those streets, bro.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, have a good one, man. Since Herbert and Spices called all the games, except for 2, we're just going to go ahead and call these games and tell you who's going to win. So first up, we have Panty Dropper versus 13th Legion. Now, it looks like 13th Legion will be starting Trevor Lawrence this week. It might be a good call against Houston defense. I kind of like that. I like the unction that he has. He has Cooper Kupp and Kansas City defense playing against Las Vegas. I see 13th Legion probably coming in and winning this. While Panty Dropper does have Lamar Jackson and he has Tyreek Hill, I just don't know if they'll be able to produce enough points to win the game. Pittsburgh defense playing against Buffalo, I'm not really feeling it, and I would definitely switch up that defense. Go with Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. I never really look at projected points, but for the commission's projection, it's not looking too good, Panty Dropper. You may want to switch that defense, just make it a more interesting game for us to watch and laugh at. But my pick is still going to be 13th Legion. I can't see him going 2 weeks in a row with the L. Unless he's playing me 2 weeks in a row. What?
All right, for our next week 5 matchup, we have the Bourbons of Urbans versus the Shooter of Gaps. This matchup doesn't look too close. It could be, depending on if the players play up to their expectations, but I don't think that will, coming for some of their matchups that they play against. But I think I'm going to take Gap Shooter with this week, not just because I lost last week, but, he actually has a pretty nice squad going on with them. He has Tom Brady versus the Falcons defense, and he has he has the 49ers defense against Carolina's offense, and Carolina's offense, they can't really move the ball like that. So, and we have the number 1 defense in the league.
Who's we?
I'm talking about the 49ers.
Oh, okay. You got to tell the people who we mean by we.
I don't have to tell them nothing. Micah Parsons, he'll do pretty well. Again, he's a he's a good player as well, you know. And for Urban's Bourbon, I don't know. I'm not seeing nobody that's really gonna put up some big numbers besides maybe Evans against Atlanta, but
Christian Kirk probably.
Evans for Atlanta. I mean against Atlanta. Might want to look into the quarterback position for you as well, Urbans, because I know I'm not a manager for your team, but just check that out for you. But I got Gap Shooter taking the dub this week.
All right, now welcome to a new segment we like to call Drop the Bum. So some of you guys still got bums on your team, so we're gonna go ahead and help you out and tell you which bum you need to drop.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of here. Anyway, Gap Shooter, dear Gap Shooter, get rid of Taysom Hill.
Immediately.
Today.
All right, for the next team, we have Urban's Bourbon, and the bum you need to drop. I know you want to drop JT, so you might as well just get rid of him, He's not helping your team out, and, I don't think he's going to be doing well the rest of the season, so, just get rid of him.
All right, our next bum to drop will be Mr. Panty Dropper. Panty Dropper. Drop Darrell Henderson Jr. today. Or tomorrow. No. The week starts tomorrow. So drop him today or tomorrow before the week starts.
13th Colonies, I need you to drop Julio. He's washed up, He's not doing what he used to do. He had one good catch against the Cowboys, but, I mean, who doesn't against the Cowboys? But get rid of him, The rest of your team looks nice, but Julio got to go.
Next, drop the bum. I'm going to speak to Mr. I Don't Business / Watch the Throne / whoever you are. I won't use your government name on the open wire, but
I would.
Drop Odell Beckham Jr., bro. Why do you have Odell Beckham Jr.? Drop him.
Good thing that was empty.
I knew it was empty. I wouldn't have dropped it if it wasn't.
And for
Sorry. Cut that out.
And for Only Fantasy Football, you have nice players on your squad, but I feel like the bum that you need to drop is Devin Singletary. The Bills, they really run with their running backs. They use Josh Allen for everything.
Everything.
First and goal, second and goal, third and goal in the red zone. The running backs are not seeing the ball, so just get rid of them.
Yeah. You don't need to be better, but yeah, you can drop them. Drop that bum.
Silver Fox, the bum you need to drop is the bum that you just picked up. ETN. I don't know why you picked him up. I know he starts or whatever, but he hasn't been productive at all, since he's been in Florida, Jacksonville. So drop that bum.
This message is for you, Mr. Master Vaders. Drop immediately Dalvin Cook, man. Oh my goodness, what a disappointment. Dalvin Cook, no sir. Not this year. 3 seasons ago, not even last season. He's not good. Drop him. Drop that bum.
And for Urban Spices, I was looking real hard at your team to see which bum to drop. I actually see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and they all just so happen to have a star on their helmets. Yeah, drop all those bums. Yeah, get them out of here.
Get him out of here. Okay, this message is for Steal Your Meal. You actually have two bums that you need to drop, so you can double fist bums at the same time. Sorry, but just drop with two hands. You can drop bombs at the same time. Sorry, I was because I was dropping them with fists. Anyway, so I would say first, Allen Robinson the second. Second, Melvin Gordon the third, or as I used to call him when I had him last season, Melvin Gordon the third. Drop him. Dear Vic's Dogs trainers, Lil Mish,
Yes.
drop Amari Cooper. Why do you have Amari Cooper? Amari Cooper is not catching any bombs, at least not till Mr. Deshaun Watson gets back.
That's why I still have him.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's not why you're still starting them. So
I ain't got no other receivers, It's
we're not looking for explanations.
no. I didn't have one anyway. And for toxic maternity,
Maternity. Wow.
I say the bum you need to get rid of is I was gonna say it. Get rid of Debo.
Okay.
Just get.
What has this bit turned into?
He's a scrub.
Okay.
You don't even like him.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to be with the team anyway. So just get rid of him, drop him, and help somebody else out.
This message is brought to you by Survivor League. Yes, for some of you idiots, and I mean that in a good way, good idiots, because I would never want to insult you and call you bad idiots. But for some of you guys that don't understand how Survivor League works, you pick three teams, three teams that they have to win. All three teams have to win. If the teams that you pick win, if they win and somebody else wins, well, then the next week you pick three different teams that you didn't pick the week before. So yes, until we have a winner. So all you have to do is pick three teams. Your teams win. So all you got to do is pick three teams. If your teams win, you win money. If nobody else wins, you win the money. And the money amount, the denomination changes from week to week. So if you don't want to win money, don't pick three teams. It's so easy. What is wrong with y'all?
It's free money.
It's free money. Well, it's actually your own money that you kind of deposited. But yeah. But yeah, it's free money nonetheless.
Fact.
All right. Now is when we end the show. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you bums lose. We hope you drop the bums you need to drop.
Yeah, drop them.
And that's it. You got anything else to say, Lil Mish?
Nope.
Peace.
Have a good weekend.
Not too good. I hope you lose.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. You ready?
Yeah. Let's get it.